MHF 4U 2013, up in this mother.
Moosey Moose.
Sarmy T.
K Chow, what you know about getting them juicy marks?
My name is Moosey Moose. I'm here to introduce some parent functions that I like to produce. F at x equals x, that's a straight line. If you don't understand, stop wasting my time. F at x equals x squared, that's a bit complicated, but you'll be fine unless you overcomplicate it. It can have 1 root 2, maybe 0. You can be one solve it just like Neo. F of x equals n to the x, that's exponential. The tips I'm going to give you are strictly confidential. Remember, this function is constantly growing, and don't forget, domain and range is what you must be showing. Its horizontal asymptote is the C term. Trust me, it's easy, even cause I can confirm. F of x equals root x, half parabola, turn 90 degrees. Remember, think is when you get your 90s in degrees. F of x equals 1 over x. It's quite complex, but don't worry, we'll give you the specs. It has horizontal and vertical asymptotes and lengths to reflect. With this information, you won't be perplexed. When you swap the x and y, you get the inverse. In order to understand, you might have to rehearse. Just reflect the x and y and it won't get worse. Now the next equation is a conjunction. Yeah, you guessed it, it's a piecewise function. It can be any of these functions combined, but not always connected like space and time. They have breaks and holes, but don't worry, that's fine. That's the end of my verse, I can't think of another rhyme.
Yo, my name is Sarmy T. You might be asking why I'm here. I'm here to teach you math, so make sure you're here. Soon you'll be just as good as Elta here. Nah, just kidding. Soon you'll be just as good as Ellen Chan. Learn those strict functions, sine, cos, and tan. Let's talk about sine and cos, man. Here's a general formula, now let me explain. A tells you the vertical stretch or compression. Don't get the wrong impression, the simple idea might lead to depression. Oh, and did I mention? A negative value makes a reflection. K is the opposite of A, it impacts the x's. Let's move on, find out what the next is. C comes next, and it's the vertical translation. Like a bunch of birds going through migration. That sums it up, this is rap education.
Sarmy T, you forgot the D.
Oh, you want the D?
She wants the D.
The D decides if the graph is horizontally shifted, but don't get it twisted. You don't have to be mathematically gifted. These variables might seem hard, but you don't have to fret. They're found in all the other functions, don't be upset. But it does get harder. There are identities. They can be your friends or enemies. But don't worry, we will be your remedy. Make both sides identical. Use your skills and don't be cynical. Remember, you also have your formulas to use. But realistically, you're still pretty screwed. Do all 56 if you don't want to be chewed. Another hard unit is the unit of log. Let's begin with the prologue. It's the inverse of exponential. Log skills are essential. These reply you with your math credentials. Unlock your potential. Basic log equation has 3 simple aspects. The base constant result can be your assets. Take the log of a constant. With any given base, you'll be given the resulting place. The constant equals the base to the result. A fact you will constantly consult.
My turn to spit, math knowledge I'll transmit. So put on the drum roll, graphing polynomials can be a real troll. Find the degree to get the M behavior, it'll be your savior. Leading coefficient will determine the direction. Finding the zeros is the golden section. Factoring is what you gotta do. Synthetic or long, it's up to you. Yeah, that's right, division plays a part. But finding a factor is where you gotta start. To find the factor, you just pick numbers and try. The factor that works is what you divide by. Now look at Dan, he's a scholarly guy. Stays up late, but that's alright. He's awake for days doing math all night. Living the life of the scholar, cause practice makes perfect. Follow his steps so you will work at the circus. Some things need more practice than the rest. I-rock and A-rock are what most people do best. Find the slope of the tangent, and secant is your quest. Recipients up in an interval, don't be pressed. Large interval for A-rock, you won't be depressed. Small interval for I-rock, feel no stress. The equations might seem like a pest, but you'll probably have them down after the first test. They never go away, so keep them fresh, and be prepared to use them on the unit that's next. That's Tuner's way of giving you juicy marks. Lord. Even on right now?
Yeah, I think so. It's on.
Alright,
Yo, Tansy and Peter, your rap wasn't even that good.
taking our ideas like we knew you would.
And we ain't even trying to be cocky.
But your
rap
rap
was
was
more embarrassing than
Tansy
Tansy spilling coffee.
coffee.
Fog factor, we taking over.
Yep.